Calling all entrepreneurs. Now, this is the call for you. This is the video I'm about to show you. I'm going to show you how entrepreneurs are selling, not all the time, but a lot of the time wrong, and how the simple tweaks you can, busy guys and girls have out there, can be changed, and how I managed to help people rocket their sales. Also, I'm going to show you how you can save the full cost of your sales training, how you get that money back, how you can get all this training, all this information after this free video without paying for it. You get the money. Watch this. Now, why am I going to be doing this at the moment? Well, simply put, I talk to around about 30 people on a daily basis, whether just on email or whether that is actually on the phone. And a lot of people just make small things, small mistakes, which they can really adapt to and change so simply. And this is what I want to make sure that we're doing. So rather than me charging money to help you, get you on the small things right, make sure that you're getting the basics really at the position where you're getting the absolute best of it. So let's jump straight into it. Let's jump on the board and let's show you exactly what I am talking about. So what I want us to really make sure that we're doing is working out how these things can happen, how to avoid them, but most importantly, how you can actually maximize when these mistakes have happened in the past. So why do you want to follow me on this? Well, quite simply, this is something which I fell into this trap a huge amount of times. And the main reason being was I was too focused on either A, rushing into the sale to close the deal, whether that's because you needed the money, which most people have been there at some point, or you've got a target and you're behind on. And it becomes so much more about you than it does about the person who's buying the product or the service. And then they can feel that and it just comes out all completely wrong. They feel pressured, they feel rushed, which is not where you want to be. So my name's David Angel and I present the Sales Network. The Sales Network is an interactive platform that gives you the tools that you'll need. So this gives you over 25 hours worth of individual videos that are interactive that you to utilize to give you the best results. And the whole idea about this is to give you a few free pointers, because I know how hard it is to know who to trust and who to believe in and who to lean on. With all the gurus that are out there, it's really hard to know who's going to be the people to look after you. So I'm going to give you some of these help. I'm going to get you in there, and then hopefully we'll see you in the network with all the other people and showing you how to make the top tier, that real top percent of 1% of sales. If you're not even in sales just yet, or you've got a business and you're trying to improve them, I've got everything covered here for you on that as well. So what we want to make sure is that you're getting the right knowledge, but also you know how to actually action on the right knowledge. Because it doesn't matter how much you know, it's about what you actually are actioning on. That's where the results will come from. You can have all the best info out there. You can be the smartest person in the room, but it doesn't mean you're going to sell the best out of it. Just because your product knowledge is far superior to somebody else's doesn't mean that'll make a difference. Just because you want it more than someone else doesn't mean that you're going to do the right thing. A lot of people always say that if you stay on it long enough that you'll get the deals. Yes, that can happen. But isn't it better to know how to use each and every point to give you the very results you need? So there'll be two sides to this. There'll be some people in there that you'll be a salesperson, whether that's in a company or even a standalone. I've got you covered on this side. If you're a business owner or a sales manager and you're managing a team, I'm working with quite a lot of companies at the moment which are doing really, really well, but have just got to the stage where they find it hard to manage and track each person's performance. If you're doing big sales meetings, it can prove really, really difficult to give unique training to each person and also to track that on a daily basis to see the progress. So we've got some bits in there as well. Now, why do I do this? Well, I'm someone who had it all and then lost it all, but not from sales. I lost it all from the crazy lifestyle that I was living, and I lost track of the clear foundations. Now, as I rebuild everything back through, I'm taking people on that journey with me, and I found my passion. Now, I really vibe on helping people. Now, it sounds corny, and believe me, I've said it thousands of times, and it still feels corny to me. But it's true. I enjoy taking people and helping them, whether you're just starting out in sales or whether you're at a stage where you're absolutely flying already. Small tweaks can really make a big difference. And for a lot of people, when you're looking at these tweaks, a lot of salespeople automatically think, oh, I'm doing it right. I'm not saying you're not, but we know there's tweaks in there that we can do that can make a massive difference. Imagine if you could just improve your conversion by doing a few small steps by 15-20%. Imagine if you can get your closing ratio to be improved by making some small steps. What about sometimes when you're overselling, we could do less and actually get more? So what else should we be doing? Well, why would you want to do this? Straight up, to get more money, because that's what it's all about. As a salesperson or as a business owner, you want to generate income, you want to generate commission. So first and foremost for this. Secondly, if you're doing the job anyway, you might as well do the small tweaks that you need to do to get the best out of it. So if you think of it like this, say you're a salesperson and you're someone now who works on their own on a daily basis. I've done that. When you're trekking around, you're racing around, you're doing everything yourself. The sales part isn't even, and I'm sure you'll realize this, isn't the full thing that you do. From managing the calendar, arranging your own meetings, doing the cold calling, doing the closing, doing the paperwork, it can get lost in there. And what I want to be able to do is show you and give you that help. I'm on the phone to my people, the people in the network on a daily basis, some of these guys, boosting them up, helping them. Sometimes just doing it together will make such a big difference. And that's really what I want to do. So if you're a single entity, you're a one-man band, or there's just a couple of you in there, this will help you boost up where you are at the moment. This will give you that extra boost of confidence after a bad day, which we all have in sales. So when you have those days and you're a bit low, bang, we're into a meeting, you're going to have some confidence, you're going to boost you up. Or if you are flying and you just suddenly see there's a huge opportunity just to close down on some other areas or to attack in a different angle. You might be doing a B2C business and a B2B opportunity comes over. You'll be able to log onto your phone and literally within 30 seconds, you're in front of content that's going to enable you to get straight past that gatekeeper. If you're in B2B at the moment, but a B2C meeting comes up, showing how to close on those deals, the differences, the tweaks and nuances. This means it's adaptable for you. This means it will change for you. Now, a good thing is, it's all tracked and measured. So when you're on there, it will show you as you log in. You'll see what you've completed, what you haven't. It will come up with recommendations. And I'm going to be adding new content in on a weekly basis. Now, the real gem and what I love about this is where I'm continuously adding new content, you're always going to have new tools to use. So you might have the same pitch, you might have the same script, you have different ways of looking at things, different ideas and different plans to get you to that stage. Think where you are now compared to 2 years ago. Now, I hope you have dramatically improved. But if you're at a point where you're a bit stagnant, we need to start looking at where you want to be. What is the perfect, in the terms of it, salesperson that you want to become? Where do you want to be? What do you want to be earning? Where are your flaws? Where are your weaknesses right now? Where can I add value onto that? Now for you, when you're selling on this side here, is having the time scale in the right way. Making sure that we have things in the right order. So that you have a certain amount of the day where you're actually on social media because you're posting, if that's part of it, but not just scrolling. If on top of that, we also then have a schedule and time so we know exactly what we are closing and when. If you're doing a one-man band, one of the main reasons that most people aren't selling effectively is because we're trying to do 5 different hat jobs at the same time. But actually taking that step back, revising on scripts, working out the structure, if today is a closing day, if today is a prospecting day, or if you have it all going on in one day, this hour is broken down. All the little 5 minutes that we miss out on this hour and that hour will mount up to huge amounts once we work it all out. Now, my main aim is to get you to a state where you have maximum effectiveness. Absolute maximum effectiveness. For example, I literally spoke to someone 2 days ago, and this person is working on their own. They're driving around, they have a region that they are a sales rep for. So a lot of their time is moving from meeting to meeting, but some meetings are very big companies and some are very small. Now he's actually got a fairly similar pitch for both the mom and pop business as he has for the corporate one. Now that's great, and you might have it different, but there's the tweaks in there. But what he is now doing is the approach and the angle from the handshake all the way through to the close is completely different. Not massively, but the tweaks are hugely more impacting. And this is the thing, your impact has to be huge. You can't go in with the same corporate mentality as we do with the mom and pop. And I've got something in the list which I want to show to you. Now, because you are a one-man band, also you want to be able to access this when you can. So I've got weekly meetings, which I'm going to be doing, which will also be recorded, so you can always go back into them later. So these will be up to date every single week. This will give you the ability to come on when you can. Now, if you're suddenly stuck in traffic, or you're sat in a lay-by, or you're waiting for a meeting, you can jump on your phone or on your tablet, or even on a notebook. And you can literally log on straight onto the sales network, and you can be doing something for that meeting. That's literally like having someone before the fight, giving you that G up, giving you that boost up, so that you literally will go into every meeting. We've all had those meetings where we have that lack of confidence, where you almost need someone to give you that little spur on. This will help you do that. It will also make sure that if you're going into a meeting for closing a deal, you can literally be jumping on some of those tools and sharpening that sword before that meeting. How does that sound? Now, the reason I know this works is because this is what I've been using now for the last year. And I will use it for different products and different services, different times, different meeting types, and it's all laid out and I've got access for you. All you need to do is literally click on now, or there'll be another button where you can contact me directly and we can book through a Calendly link a free demo. I want to show you before you hand over a penny. I want to show you firsthand exactly what I'm going to do, how it will work, and how, more importantly, it's going to work for you. I hope this is really coming to a bit more of an idea for you now. And all you've got to do is scroll out of this now, click on the Calendly link, book in, and let's have a live chat so I can show you exactly how we're going to get you flying.